Panipat, Haryana, one of the largest mechanical textile recycling clusters in the world. A cluster that has quietly powered India's textile economy for decades, supplying yarns, blankets, and recycled fiber to global markets. But today, the rules of the game are changing. As climate mitigation ambitions become more concrete and urgent, growth can no longer be discussed without addressing carbon emissions. For MSMEs in global value chains, decarbonization is no longer optional, it is existential. For Panipat's textile MSMEs, which have been part of global value chains and have been pioneer in mechanical recycling of textiles, the risks are now proximate. At the same time, their production processes remain significant contributor to emissions. This brings us to a critical challenge. How can we enable MSMEs to transition from incremental compliance to proactive, scalable climate action? With a project demonstrating decarbonization pathways through pilots in textile SMEs, implemented by Center for Responsible Business and Foundation for MSME Clusters, with support from HSBC, 16 pioneering textile enterprises in Panipat joined a structured decarbonization journey, aiming to reduce 20% emissions from baseline. The approach was practical, which included developing measurable actions rooted in MSME realities. The project took the following route: building emission inventory, workforce analysis, development of decarbonization plan, and then providing support to MSMEs through development of bankable proposals for access to finance and also connecting them to other business providers such as renewable energy solutions and other leading technologies with aim of decarbonization. One of the pioneering enterprises was Lucky Dye House, a mid-sized dyeing unit that chose to step forward when the call for pioneering enterprises was made.
लक्की डाई हाउस हम फैब्रिक डाइंग यूनिट है। यहाँ हम गारमेंट्स, होम फर्निशिंग, टेक्सटाइल से रिलेटेड हम फैब्रिक डायर है पानीपत के। अगर हम एनर्जी की बात करें तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी और बॉयलर का फ्यूल, ये हमारे दो सोर्सेज हैं। बॉयलर के फ्यूल के बारे में हम बायोमास यूज़ कर रहे हैं, यही है। बाकी टीम से हमको जानकारी मिली कि सेविंग के कुछ ऐसे स्टेप उठाने चाहिए, तो उसके लिए हमने फिर काम भी किया। एनर्जी सेविंग को लेकर के अच्छा उन्होंने हमारे को मोटिवेट किया, तो उन पे कुछ पॉइंट्स पे हमने काम भी किया, तो अच्छा रहा उनके साथ काम करके।
The journey began with a detailed emission inventory. For many MSMEs, this was the first time their carbon footprint was quantified. The assessment covered fuel consumption, electricity use, process emissions, other Scope 1 and Scope 2 emissions, operational intensity metrics. Based on this inventory, a customized decarbonization plan was developed along with workforce skill analysis. The decarbonization plan did not provide generic advice, but was structured into short-term quick wins, mid-term optimization, and long-term capital investments. Each recommendation included estimated emission reduction potential and payback period, grounded in financial realism. Based on the emission inventory and workforce skill analysis, decarbonization plans were made for each unit. The decarbonization plan suggested short-term, mid-term, and long-term strategies for the unit. Short-term measures required minimal capital, while medium and long-term strategies aligned with national decarbonization priorities in green jobs creation while being grounded in MSME reality. Lucky Dye House was suggested the following measures: energy audit, installation of removable thermal insulation jackets on jiggers, soft flow vessels, and steam valves, converting jiggers to indirect heating, and installation of a rooftop solar plant. Lucky Dye House implemented the following recommendations. It conducted a detailed energy audit to systematically evaluate how energy is consumed within the facility, system, or process, and to identify technically and economically viable opportunities for improving efficiency in the unit. It also installed removable thermal insulation jackets on jiggers, soft flow vessels, and steam valves. It also optimized process for efficiency gains.
आपकी टीम से हमको एक सैंक्शन लोड के बारे में बताया, मोटर की एनर्जी के सेविंग के बारे में बताया, सॉफ्ट लो मशीनें जो हैं उनकी क्लैडिंग के बारे में भी बताया गया, वाटर सेविंग का, फ्यूल सेविंग का भी बताया गया। इनमें कुछ एक पे हम विचार कर रहे हैं और कुछ एक पे हमने अपना काम भी शुरू कर दिया है। दिक्कत तो ये है कि एक बार अच्छे खासे फंड्स लग जाते हैं सेविंग तो कब होगी कैसे होगी थोड़ी थोड़ी होगी, लेकिन एक बार वन टाइम इन्वेस्टमेंट लॉन्ग टर्म में देख रहे हैं। अगर जो हमने क्लैडिंग की है सॉफ्ट लो में उसकी सेविंग अगर हम मिनिमम 5% भी लगाएं तो लॉन्ग टर्म में जाएंगे तो हमारे को एक अच्छा खासा बड़े अमाउंट में बेनिफिट नज़र आएगा। प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट में या प्रिंटिंग यूनिट में जैसे भी अगर यूनिट पानीपत में हैं या अनदर सिटीज़ में हैं तो मेरा सुझाव सबके लिए यही होगा कि एनर्जी को लेकर सेविंग जरूर करें। आपका फ्यूल, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी और पानी, इनको तीनों की सेविंग को लेकर जरूर काम करें।
Decarbonization is not a distant future ambition. It is a present-day business decision. The Panipat pilots demonstrate that when MSMEs are equipped with the right tools, partnerships, and practical roadmaps, they do not resist change, they lead it.